He loves to tap his toes. Tap, tap, tippity, tap, tap, tap. Tippity, tap, a tippity, tap.
Today I will tell you a story, which is called The Royal Decree of the Squirrels. Sir Reginald Fluffington, or Reggie as he begrudgingly allowed his human, Brenda, to call him, believed he was a royal descendant of ancient wolf kings. His tiny, fluffy body housed an ego the size of a Great Dane. He spent his days surveying his kingdom, Brenda's backyard, from his velvet cushion, issuing silent, judgmental stares at the local squirrel population. Reggie had declared a royal war against the squirrels, believing they were usurpers attempting to steal his crown, a chewed-up tennis ball. His strategy was unconventional. He'd charge at them, barking with the ferocity of a teacup-sized dragon, only to be thwarted by his own tiny legs, which often resulted in him tumbling into flower beds. One particularly sunny afternoon, Reggie decided to execute his Operation Nutty Nemesis. He'd spotted a particularly plump squirrel, whom he'd dubbed General Nutsy, perched on the bird feeder. He launched his attack, a whirlwind of fluff and fury. He managed to leap onto a garden gnome, using it as a makeshift siege tower before launching himself directly into the birdbath. He emerged, dripping and humiliated, to find General Nutsy and his cronies laughing hysterically, their tiny squirrel paws covering their mouths. Brenda, witnessing the entire spectacle from the kitchen window, choked back laughter, only to burst into a fit of giggles that sounded like a flock of cackling geese. Reggie, determined to regain his dignity, decided he needed a makeover. He'd seen Brenda's fashion magazines and concluded that a stylish outfit would intimidate the squirrels into submission. He raided Brenda's laundry basket, emerging with a pair of her bright pink, polka-dotted socks, which he attempted to wear as a cape. He then proceeded to try and adorn himself with a string of pearls from Brenda's jewelry box, which, due to his lack of opposable thumbs, resulted in him becoming tangled in the pearls like a tiny, fluffy Christmas ornament. Just as he was struggling to untangle himself, the mailman, a man Reggie had deemed a messenger of the commoners, arrived. Reggie, determined to assert his royal authority, charged at him, barking and flailing his pearl-encrusted self. The mailman, startled by the sight of a pink-socked, pearl-wrapped Pomeranian charging him, yelped and dropped the mail. Letters scattered across the lawn, and Reggie, still tangled in the pearls, proceeded to chase the mailman's retreating legs, leaving a trail of pink polka dots and scattered mail in his wake. Humiliated and still covered in pearls, Reggie retreated to the kitchen, where Brenda was baking a cake. He decided that a royal feast was in order, and, being a Pomeranian of refined tastes, he decided to assist with the baking. He attempted to climb onto the counter, which resulted in him knocking over a bag of flour, covering himself and the kitchen in a white, powdery snow. He then proceeded to taste test the cake batter, which involved him sticking his entire face into the bowl and emerging with a frosting-covered snout. Brenda, returning to the kitchen, found a scene of utter chaos. A flour-covered Pomeranian, a frosting-smeared floor, and a cake batter bowl that looked like it had been attacked by a tiny, fluffy yeti. Just as Brenda was about to unleash her wrath, a smoke alarm began to blare. A small fire had started in the oven. Reggie, sensing danger and the smell of burnt cake, barked frantically, alerting Brenda to the situation. Brenda quickly extinguished the fire, saving her cake and her kitchen. Reggie, covered in flour and frosting, looked up at her with his big, innocent eyes, as if to say, "See, I'm a hero." Brenda, despite the chaos, couldn't help but laugh. Reggie, the tiny tyrant, had accidentally saved the day. He still chased squirrels, still tried to wear her socks, and still believed he was a royal descendant. But he was, after all, her tiny, fluffy, hilariously disastrous hero. If you like this video, please leave a like and a subscribe. It will really help our channel grow. But if you don't like it, then just skip it, and don't forget to check out our other videos. Thank you very much and goodbye.